Hi everyone. Hi, welcome to July month, and welcome to this video recording. I wanted to share with you a little bit more in advance than in June when it was late. So welcome to July. Welcome to Wellbeing Guide 365 page, and thank you so much for following me, and I hope you find it useful. And this is my deep intention for you to share from my awareness, from my knowledge, and hope all of this is serving you well to live a very centered, balanced, and blessed moments in this year. So what I wanted to do for today, when I'm recording this video, is to start a little bit with a recap of the first 6 months of this year. Remember, this is something that I encourage you to do in June, and I hope you did a little bit like a mini review, a mini summary of the first 6 months of this year. Very active. In April, I was saying that it's a moment to start, it's a moment to initiate, to have new beginnings. And I hope in the last 3 months, you had a lot of actions, you had a lot of initiatives, you had a lot of ideas, of projects that started, but also finished with good results. So if I want to look back a little bit of what happened in the first 6 months of this year, the summary for me, also looking at the numerology, I'm a big fan of numbers because I do believe that mathematics and numbers were indeed the language in which this universe was written. And I think this is a beautiful quote from Galileo Galilei, which I really enjoyed, and I followed probably the language of numbers to guide me into the future. So the first 3 months of this year, January to March, for me, I would characterize them as a the childhood period of this year, in which all the people were invited to experience, to play, to initiate things, to fall and rise, to do mistakes, basically to learn from these mistakes, and so on. So I compare this period, as I said, with a childhood period in which everything is allowed, more or less, because from every experience there is a new lesson, there is a new opportunity arising. Then from April to June, it was more or less like after childhood, it comes a teenage. So not, I wouldn't say a rebellion period, but it was a moment when you take your will, take your power, take your sovereign mentality, and everything that you learn in the childhood, all the ideas, all the concepts, all the dreams that you made up then, during April to June, you started to put them into practice. You started to make them a reality. And that's why I was really encouraged you in April to initiate things, to make your dreams fulfilled. And now we are starting another period of 3 months, July till September, which coincides also with summer, almost a summer period in the northern hemisphere, because we just had the Cancer solstice, the summer solstice on 21st of June until September, when we have the autumn equinox. So this period, July till September, I think it's a period of maturity, and you will hear in a minute. a little bit my energy update for July. It's a period of maturity because after the first 6 months of the year, you learn a lot. You had many experiences from which you internalized the lessons. Maybe you had many mistakes from which you also learn, or you had many successes, which give you a sense of empowerment, a sense of fulfillment. Anyway, you lived many experiences, many situations. And the idea is that with this maturity, you are invited to live a different type of life. Maybe to relook at your concepts, at your beliefs, at your thinking patterns, at your emotional patterns, and look at them with a sense of maturity, with a sense of wisdom, with a sense of that thing I would do it again, but maybe better. The other things I wouldn't like to repeat it because I drew my lessons and my conclusions out of it, and maybe it's something that I wouldn't repeat. So this kind of mental analysis, you are invited to do more and more in this period. I know that it's a holiday period, it's a vacation where many of you drop the guard and you just want to relax and have fun, and you really don't want to care so much about the tomorrow or the next day, but really you are invited to bring a little bit more structure, a little bit more sense, as I said, of wisdom, of adulthood, I would say. So from childhood, from teenage period, now we are moving in a more maturity, in a more mature, in a more wise period of our life, from July till September, in which we are invited to reconsider some of the structures, some of the beliefs, some of the concepts upon which we constructed our lives so far. So because why am I draw your attention on this? After September, so October till December, I think, because we are entering in the months of 10, 11, 12, so last 3 months of this year, I think it's going to be the exam period, right? So it's after we had our chance to prove our maturity, basically the universe will come and say, okay, it's time to do the exam, it's time to take the test and see exactly how much you learn, how much you evolve, how much you grew this year. And literally, don't expect that somebody will wait for you with a test in the hand, unless you are still a student in the physical world and you are literally doing exams and tests, or maybe you do like graduations or stuff like this. But it's your own consciousness, it's your own soul. It's a life that will put you in front of situation or experiences that you will feel them like tests. I've been here before. I recognize this situation. I recognize this type of relationship. I think I lived it in the past. Now I live it again in order to prove to myself first that I learned something and I won't repeat the same mistakes, or I won't do the same choices, and I will make probably new decisions. Yeah, so this is the last part of the year. So let's enjoy this middle part, so July till September, because this part asks all of us to become more mature, to act like adults. And in particular, July month, from numerology point of view, it's month number 7 in a year 6. If you sum up 222 from 2002, and you end up with a full number of 4. Yes, so 7 plus 6 equals 4. 13, and you add up, and you end up with two numbers with a unique energy that will give us a little bit the energetic signature for this period. So let's deep dive a little bit to see what happens. So a month 7, July, basically tells us to go back to our wise decisions. And I think I made this comparison also in May. May, I was saying that it's a month of wise choices. And now we are returning in July again with everything that you learned, everything that you live so far. What type of wise choices can you make this month? It's going to feel, first of all, it's a very emotional month because it's summer. Many of us will go here in the northern hemisphere towards water, towards sea, towards lake, towards rivers with a lot of water, which symbolizes emotions. And also this year has in its vibration 2 times water element, which makes it a very intense year of emotions. And this month as well is going to be fulfilled with emotions. But apart from emotion, it's going to be a very mental month. 7, it's a masculine number, and it symbolizes the higher mind. So we are invited basically to connect with the energy of this month, following our higher mind, following our intuition. So a little bit transcend a little bit the day-to-day reality, transcend the intense emotions that you might feel, transcend the monkey mind, the human mind, which might be very active this month, might be overwhelmed with the news. Basically, whenever we are looking and we are turned on the TV or the social media, we are hearing lots of news, lots of information, lots of decisions, lots of forecasts for what might happen in the future, from the autumn onwards, and so on. It doesn't matter. You return to the present moment and you try to calm this monkey mind to bring stillness and peace. So this July will feel very intense from a mental activity and from an emotional activity. It's going to feel very intense, first of all, mentally, because you tend to make a lot of scenarios, giving the bombardment of news. You tend to be very reactive, and you tend to jump from one conclusion to another, from one idea to another. You don't spend enough time to analyze either of them. And from all this mental activity, a lot of emotions will arise in your body. So mentally and emotionally, you will be very activated this month. And you will tend to go towards extremes. Either you will go in a lot of excitement, in a lot of pleasures, in a lot of extreme pleasures of life, I would say, and you will enjoy it to the top, and you will not care so much about tomorrow. So this is one extreme attitude in which you party like hell, as it is, like there is no tomorrow. Or another extreme that you go downwards into depression, into stress, into too much negativity, because you don't know what will happen and you make a lot of scenarios. So either you will go to the top of the pleasures, the positive pleasures, but still an extreme because you go into excessive mood, or you go to the negative, into depressions, into anxiety, into fears, into as I said, a lot of negative side of the stick. So it's another extreme. So with this intense activity, number 7 comes with a solution, because it can stretch you to the extreme, but it gives you the solution to meet in the middle, to find your center point, to find the middle way. Now we'll talk in a minute when I will come to my practical solutions or practical exercises for you, or my suggestions how you can navigate to your best this month. Let me talk a little bit also about the other type of energy that it's combining with number 7, which, as I said, it's a lot of mental intensity, a lot of scenarios in your head going on, a lot of overwhelming thinking patterns. And another type of energy that is coming, it's number 4. Yeah, because 7 plus 6 of the year, it gives you number 4. Number 4 is a very grounding, stabilizing, foundational energy that makes you calm with a cloud of ideas and thinking patterns in your mind. It makes you calming down all this energy. All those emotions, all those thoughts can be calmed down with using positively the energy of number 4. Number 4 symbolizes patience, symbolizes stability, symbolizes foundation. So you are asked this month to find your center, find your stability, find your center, not in the external things, not in an idea, not in an emotion, not in a partnership, not in a relation, not in a luxurious vacation, not in a well-paid job. So don't rely your foundation on the external things that may come and go, but rely your foundation internally. So turn within, find your patience, find your stillness, find your peace within. So number 4 makes you very grounded, makes you find your stillness, and makes you work, literally, it's work step by step towards what you need the most. Yeah, towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards what your body, your mind, and heart really needs the most at this time. So it's a very nice combination, a lot of mental activity coming from the energy of 7, stabilizing with a lot of patience, grounding work, a lot of care, soothing, calming, and loving energy for your body, for yourself, that's coming from the energy of number 4. So it's a very nice combination of mental and emotional grounding and stability. So this is in a nutshell what the energy of this month is for. It's basically an invitation to shed the old beliefs, to release all pains, traumas, everything that in your emotional body, in your emotion systems, you feel that it doesn't belong anymore. You have to release them, make them go away, and I will talk to you in a minute how, in order to build a new structure, a new foundation, a new stability in your life. So this is how you can combine these two energy. One is masculine. This idea of mental activity makes you go out and do things. This is very masculine, very outward looking, like let's go out in the society, let's go out in the world and make things happen, let's rush towards something, let's perfect our dreams. So this is one impulse, one impulse that you can feel within. And on the other side, it's coming a very feminine energy, a very soothing, calming, nurturing, taking care of yourself energy, like a more protective energy that it asks you to calm down, not to rush ahead, but to take step by step, to be patient and wait for the right moment. And the visual analogy that comes to my mind is fishing, the fishing activity. When you have the tendency, basically you rush ahead, you plunge the fishing stick down into the water, but you have to then return to patience. Be patient and wait for the right moment to know when you pull out the fishing stick with something in it, yeah, with fish. So don't rush and combine the impulse to do something with waiting for the right moment in order to really benefit the most of the combination of these two energies. Yeah, so maybe this analogy with the fishing will help you. Now, it's a month of intuition, so I think this will be the title of this video. It's a month of intuition, to listen to your intuition. This is the wise voice of your soul. Yeah, don't listen to your ego. Ego is purely the mind, the monkey mind that is asking you, let's rush ahead. You didn't listen to the news, there are bad things coming. Let's do something, let's survive. Yeah, so this mind has a very useful practice when practical so this monkey mind is really useful for you, right? So it is here for a reason. You don't need to shed it away. Don't listen to you ever. It's here for your survival. Yeah, but you are not here to survive. You are here to strive. So in this life, you are not here to listen only to your ego, to your monkey mind, but you are here to also combine the surviving mood of the ego with the prosperity, with the fulfilling and the striving mood of the soul. So it's a combination of the two. Yeah, the soul is giving you the direction, is giving you the purpose, is giving you the fulfillment, and the monkey mind, the ego, knows how to navigate this practicality of the reality in which you are living. So basically the soul is giving you the direction, we should go there. But listening to your monkey mind, you will be able to make conscious steps, step by step, to go into that direction. Otherwise, if you don't make the combination of these two, you will end up dreaming about the direction, but you will never make it there. Or if you only listen to your monkey mind, you are only living in chaotic realms with no direction. So you see, this is a little bit the beauty. This month again comes and asks you to be able to live in a combination of listening to your soul, listening to your intuition. As I said, intuition is giving you the purpose and the direction, is asking you to be patient, to find the stillness and the centeredness inside of you. When you have this stillness inside, when you calm your mind and your emotions, then you can make the step-by-steps forward with practicality, with pragmatism, with whatever you have to do day by day, but with a higher purpose than surviving. So it gives you that deeper sense of I'm here for a reason, I know what I have to do, and I fulfill my dreams with a smile. Great. So I want to give you some practical suggestions from my own experience to help you navigate this month of intuition, how you can listen more to your intuition, how you can drop your perfectionism, how you can drop your negativity and depression, how you can drop your stubbornnness maybe, how you can drop your impulsiveness, and all the complexities that you might have and how you can move forward. So I have 3 practical suggestions for you that you might want to exercise in this month of July. First of all, I used to practice a lot mantras or positive affirmations or empowerment affirmations, whatever you want to call them, whatever resonates most with you. I used to practice them in the morning, right before I open my eyes and before I start my morning routines in the house with my agendas, with my work, and so on. Try to make up some um, useful mantras for you to find your center and to find your peace. For example, I will give you two personal examples that I use. In order to find my stillness and to have a moment of centeredness within, I used to say, I am happy, I am blessed, I am grateful. So with all these three words, three statements, mantras, I center myself. I take a moment of presence. I calm my mind, I calm my emotions, and I stay centered. And with three words, I come back within and recatch my breath, recatch my presence if I am a little bit too emotionally disbalanced or too much agitated in my mind. Another useful mantra can be I am, I am peaceful within. I am centered. I am calm. I am still. So write whatever mantras are useful for you and try to practice them every day in the morning, just after you wake up, but you don't start your morning agenda. So you don't enter into your to-do list and so on. So yeah, you just take a moment and you say your mantra. Is just like a intention for the day to be present, to be in your center point, to find your middle way throughout the day, and you navigate at your best the emotions, the beliefs, the ideas, the news, the information, and you make the most, and you just listen to your intuitive voice. Then another suggestion for you is to, because it's going to be quite mentally and emotionally active and intense month, I would suggest you to use your emotions in a practical way. And whenever you feel agitated, either mentally or emotionally, try to release these emotions. Try to release them in a constructive, not destructive way. Destructive way will be to release it onto other, either to shout, to scream, to start a quarrel, to start a conflict. This is how you release emotionally or the mental clutter in your mind towards other. And it's kind of destructively because it can affect relations, it can affect partnership, it can affect work discussions and meetings and calls and so on. So in a constructive way, you can release the emotion doing sports, right? Writing. So use the energy in something not affecting others and not affecting yourself, not doing harm to others, not breaking others, but healing others or healing yourself. So doing sports, releasing the intensity of the energy, running, jogging, boxing, and other type of sports that you might like, and so on. Or you dance in the house on the music that you like, you are singing. So basically you kind of shout your emotion in a good way, singing loud in the shower, in the house, on the balcony, outside, it doesn't matter, but do it in a constructive way. So here I would really encourage you to use your imagination to do it. And the last tip for you is how you can center yourself. When you are centered, when you are calming your emotions and your mind, you can listen to your intuition faster, quicker. Remember that the soul has other tools than your mind. Your mind can be very vocal, very loud, and you can hear many voices, many many things in your head. But the soul is a little bit more calm. Your soul likes calm, likes stillness, likes peacefulness. So you have to be centered. So I put here a little bit some suggestions. So you can center your body doing balancing exercises. For those of you who are practicing yoga, there are a lot of balance position in yoga, like on one head, on one foot, on another foot. You can find your balance. And I really invite you to practice a little bit, or even doing cycling. Cycling is also about finding balance with the physical body, so you can cycle a lot. And if you want to go to the next level, I invite you to practice balance with closed eyes. With closed eyes, it's much more difficult. So I love to practice yoga, and when I do it with my closed eyes, some positions, it's really a different game because you don't see, so you have to rely on how you feel. You rely on your body, you rely on your other senses, not the sight, the eyesight. So I really encourage you to find some physical practices to center your body. Move from one leg to another, practice yoga, practice cycling, and try to find your balance throughout the day in your physical body. Then in your emotional body, my suggestion for you is to find your center, not reacting. Avoid reactions, avoid acting on impulses. Impulses is, like we are encouraged to buy on impulses. Yeah, so you have those chocolates, those fast food at the cash out. So you are acting on buying on impulses. You buy an ice cream, you buy a chocolate, a chewing gum, something like an extra shopping. I really invite you not to do it. So really resist your impulses, observe them. Yeah, so they are natural up to a point, but you don't have to react. You don't have to do anything on impulses. In those moments when you notice them, practice breathing. Yes, so you breathe, you stop, you notice, I want to buy the chocolate. I want to say something on impulse to that person. I want to react, maybe slap. I don't encourage any violence, but yeah, if you have any violent impulses, just observe them and stop. Yeah, you want to practice kindness. You want to practice more breathing. Practice a lot of exhaling. You visualize how you exhale your negative impulses and don't react violently. Yes, don't react on impulses. Don't react on unkind words or behaviors towards anybody. Just practice exhaling those impulses. And another practical suggestion, I used to have a bottle of water with me. So whenever I sense an urge of doing something on an impulse without thinking, without rationalizing, without analyzing it properly, I grab the bottle of water and I sip a bit. Yeah, so this is a moment that gives you a few moments to calm down your nervous system. Yeah, so you don't have to react. You are safe. You don't need to jump on anybody with words, with actions, with anything. Yeah, just take your time, calm your nervous system, sip a bit of water, breathe in, exhale those impulses. So use the exhales as a way to release those impulses and fast emotions. Yes, that drains your body. And the last suggestion is how to center your mental body. That again, it's going to be very active this month, as I mentioned. Your mental body, your mental system, basically your mind, can be centered through meditation, through stillness. So whenever it's a lot of overwhelming activity in your mind, you are becoming nervous, agitated, a lot of scenarios going through your mind, a lot of ideas. You don't know what's going on. You are confused. You are overwhelmed. You don't know what to believe anymore. And trust me, this month is going to be a lot of this. So your mind will have a lot to work, to analyze, and you will feel overwhelmed. You will feel confused. You will feel maybe in a lot of illusion and disillusion and so on. Go back to your center. Go back and find clarity. Remember that you are in a muddy water and you don't see anything. So what you have to do is to stay still. Wait for the waters to calm down. Wait for the mud to go down so you can see again in the transparent water. So again, if you don't know what to do, if you are overwhelmed, get your stillness within. Stay still. Wait for a few moments, wait for a few days. You don't have to rush into decisions. And let's say if you have to do a decision on the spot, if you are really in this position, then take a little bit, a few two, 3 moments. Yeah. So it takes 2-3 breaths to check in your body. How do I feel if I take this decision? If it gives you a calm, peaceful feeling inside, then maybe it's a decision to take on the spot. If it gives you an unrested feeling, an unease feeling, then maybe take your moment. Take a day to analyze better that decision. So your body is your best friend this month because it can help you to center yourself. Whenever you feel agitated, you feel it first in your body, in your stomach, in your heart. Your heart will be faster, your breathing will be faster. So this is how you can physically recognize when you are mentally and emotionally in a disbalanced state. Whenever you feel it, whenever you notice it, go back to your center, breathe more, sip a little bit of water, take a few moments, take a day or two. As I remember, you wait for the mud to go down and for the water to become transparent again. And remember, this is a month to follow your intuition, to follow the call of your soul and the signs of your higher mind. And all of this can be listened, can be followed if you are peaceful, calm, and still within. So hope this serves you well. If you want more practical tips on the breath work, you can go back on this page, on YouTube page, and watch again, I think the video in March, in which I had a more lengthy explanation about how you can use exhaling and inhaling to stabilize and balance your emotions. So you can always go back and re-listen to that video, and maybe this serves you well also this month. So I hope you have a blessed July. Follow your intuition more than others' personal advices, because intuition is for you, is for your dreams, is for your highest good. Calm your mind, calm your emotions, and find your center. Namaste. I'll see you back here next month, and see you soon. Bye.